now that I've had a chance to sleep on the topic of discussion, the autism thing, I do not specifically think that Tylenol causes autism. I do not specifically think that vaccines cause it. I don't specifically think that genetics cause it. I think it's a plethora, however you say that word, of a lot of different things. But what I do really believe more than anything is that we live in a spiritual world, and we don't understand the spiritual part of it because we're carnally minded. But if you read, I'm not exactly sure where it's at. If I can remember to put the scripture in the caption so you can go read it for yourself. It talks about Hashatan, which is Satan, deceiving the nations, which would be the whole world, with sorceries. I want you to go to this scripture and then go to your concordance and look at that word sorcery. Somebody already commented on it on Facebook, and it was the truest, realest comment that was left on my post yesterday. The linear concordance for that word, sorcery, is not magician, it's not magic, it's pharmakia, it's medicine, drugs, and it's probably not just limited to medicinal, probably cocaine, heroin. I probably can't say those words, maybe I'll leave those out, but street drugs, like, they're all in the same family. And yes, the stuff that is made, like what they make the medicine out of, it might come from a source like plant-based, whatever, but man adds things. What things? I don't know. How do I know? I don't. But I do know that I have a child with autism and a child without autism. I tell y'all that all the time. I did the same things in both pregnancies. I took Tylenol with Camden. I took Tylenol with Jonathan. I gave both of them Tylenol. With that part being said, that doesn't mean that it's just Tylenol. Because if that was the case, probably everybody would have it. Because I know for a fact that is what the doctor is going to recommend 12 years ago. I can also compare and contrast with other kids in my county, even down to people in my family. Me and my two cousins who are identical twins, we had our babies very, very close apart. We were pregnant at the same time. We used the same pediatric office, maybe not the same doctors, and I don't know about the insurance. See, that's what I've always wondered. I had Medicaid. I don't know if they did. Did that make a difference? I have no idea. But I do know that their children and my children or Camden, were most likely given the same vaccinations in the same pediatrics office. I don't know for sure. I do not know for sure. That is just my assumptions. So we can sit here and argue about it all day long until the cows come home. But I think that it's more of a spiritual thing that we can't see, we don't understand, and we really need to ask guidance from the one who created us on how to fix it. And y'all already know that I'm like Googling autism in the Bible, right? I've been done that. The only thing that you will find is, I want to say it's in Luke, it's in one of the Gospels. It might be in all of the Gospels because they all are very similar, the same, whatever. The dad comes to the Messiah and asks him, you know what, it's actually in Matthew, now that I think about it. Because I want to say that is the scripture that's taken out, Matthew 17:21, when he was talking about his kid throwing himself in the fire and in the water and like down on the ground. Yeah, that's very similar to autism. And the Messiah told him that spirit, those spirits, only come out through prayer and fasting. So take with that what you will. Same for me, because I don't know, everything's a mystery. Everything is what it is. I'm not mad anymore today. And yesterday, I will say that all of that struck a nerve, and it upset me. But either way, to all the autism mamas, daddies, grandparents, caregivers, whatever, we were dealt these cards, and now we got to play them. I love you. I hope you have a good day.